Party people, it's your boy Voltron coming at you with an Algorand video. So today's video is inspired by Ballsy. And Ballsy made a pretty ballsy claim. He's saying that Algorand could potentially be worth more than Apple, and he's referring to quantum attacks. If quantum attacks becomes a reality, then a lot of crypto is very vulnerable. Bitcoin is vulnerable. Lots of cryptos will be vulnerable to quantum computing attacks. But Algorand, it's in a position, Algorand is like saying, hey, we need to tackle this head on now, before it becomes an issue. Like Benjamin Franklin once said, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of the cure, meaning we aren't on the metric system, so it makes sense to Americans. But if you are not an American, basically what he's saying is better to be prepared because it'll be cheaper to deal with an issue now than wait for it to become a problem and then have to deal with it then. And that is the mentality that a lot of companies have in the world of crypto. A lot of people look at quantum computing and they say, you know what? It's gonna be decades before they even make a dent. They are not there yet. And then it has to remind me of the time when I was in a genetics class, So I took a lot of science courses when I was in college, and one of them was genetics. At the time, the human genome had not been deciphered. They figured out how to start reading strands of DNA little by little by little, but the way they were doing it at the time, it was not going to be completely deciphered in my lifetime. The process was so slow that there was no way that at that time that the human genome could be known. But that didn't take into account, that was using the technology of that time, that didn't take into account that technology is always advancing, and technology advances at warp speed. And now we have deciphered the human genome in my lifetime. So what they told me back then when I was in college was that, hey, this will not be deciphered. We won't know the complete human genome in our lifetime and possibly a couple other lifetimes. They were wrong because technology made it so that they were able to do it within our lifetimes. In quantum computer, you never know. If technology moves fast, and if they get to that point where, hey, they can crack the Bitcoin code, a lot of people are going to start losing money. A lot of people are going to be hurt. But Algorand is saying, hey, we're taking care of this now. We're not going to let this become an issue. When everybody else is scrambling to find a cure, we're going to say, hey, we're immune. So this is good news coming from Algorand, and I guess Ballsy potentially could be right that if that were to happen, Algorand could potentially be worth more than Apple. Anyway, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own due diligence. Remember, I'm not an economist either. And peace out.